never disappear.
Last week, we talked about creative pauses, about the season when everything feels quiet. But what happens next? Because eventually something shifts. Not loudly, not dramatically, just a small flicker. If you felt the tiniest spark coming back, or you're waiting for one, this is for you. So last week, we explored the Hanged Man. So what is the Hanged Man? Just as a recap, it's an architect of suspension, repositioning, creative recalibration. And if you're in that season, nothing has gone wrong. But today, I want to talk about what often follows the Hanged Man, and that is the Ace of Wands. And before we go further, let me just say this again. I use tarot as a language of archetypes, not prediction, not superstition. Just patterns we move through as human beings. And the Ace of Wands is the archetype of ignition. In traditional tarot, the Ace of Wands represents a new beginning, creative energy, vitality, the spark of inspiration. It is not the finished product. It is not the big success. It is the first flicker. The first idea that makes you sit up a little straighter. The moment you think, maybe. In creative life, the Ace of Wands does not feel like pressure. It feels like curiosity. After a long pause, you might notice that you rearrange your table. You pull fabric out just to look at it. You try one small thing without announcing it. That's the spark. It's quiet. And this is important. If you try to force the spark into a bonfire, you will extinguish it. Midlife creativity especially does not return through force. It returns through safety, through permission, through small beginnings. I've experienced this myself. After seasons of questioning, after wondering what direction I was even moving in, what returned was not a collection. It was one stitch, one idea, one conversation. The Ace of Wands doesn't ask, what will this become? It asks, are you willing to begin small? When your nervous system has been overloaded, it protects you by shutting down intensity. So when inspiration returns, it will not feel explosive. It will feel manageable. That is a good sign. The Ace of Wands is regulated energy, not manic energy, not performative energy, just warmth. A pilot light instead of a wildfire. Today, I want to pair the Ace of Wands with a simple vertical stitch, a slightly longer, intentional stitch, not rushed, just steady. In and out. In and out. Leave a little space. Then again, this stitch represents emergence, a line upward, a quiet calming. As you stitch, you might ask yourself, what feels slightly alive right now? not what should be alive, what actually is. You don't need clarity yet. You don't need a plan. You only need to protect the spark. If you're just beginning to feel something return, treat it gently. Don't announce it. Don't monetize it immediately. And don't evaluate it. Let it breathe. The Ace of Wands is fragile in the beginning, but it carries tremendous potential. If you're in this space right now, either in pause or just beginning to feel a spark, the 7-day stitch circle is a beautiful place to support that. It's free, and each day we work with one simple stitch, one gentle reflection. No big projects, no pressure, just rhythm and reconnection. You can join through the link below. And I'd love to know in the comments, are you feeling a spark right now? Or are you still in the quiet? Either way, you're exactly where you're meant to be. I'll see you next week.
Me, I'd rather disappear than be lifeless like the sea.